I got a Miata.
Well, actually, I got two Miatas.
But before I can tell you why and how, we gotta go back. Way back.
Whoa, not that far. Yeah, that's about right. When I was procrastinating doing my homework by searching on Facebook for new cars.
Oh, dude, that's sick. Oh. Yo, Declan, you wanna go buy a car?
I guess. It's like 7. How far is it?
Really? It's only 2 hours away.
Whatever.
Bet.
And so we left on a not so short, not so quick trip up to Chicago on a school night. We didn't arrive until about 10:30 at night. We were told to meet him in the alley, and when we got there, it was sketchy. There was a guy peeing in the corner. We were both kind of scared, but we went and talked to the guy and looked over the car. We took it on a short test drive too.
When we got back from the test drive, I did not want this car at all. There was a lot of issues with it, and I just didn't know if there was much room for profit on this car because I was buying it as a flip car. Miatas, even in nice condition, aren't worth a ton of money. So I told the guy I wasn't interested. He was like, come on, man. I need this gone. Just shoot an offer. I'll work with you. I was like, I kept telling him I wasn't interested. But after hearing how encouraging he was to shoot him an offer, I was like, all right, $400. This is a sketchy turbo Miata with 80,000 miles. The 80,000 miles is a big deal. And he told me he couldn't quite go that low, but he said he'd do 1,100. I'm like, no, I'm not. 400 was pushing it. I wasn't really wanting to get it at 400, but he said he had some extra parts he could throw into, which did make the deal a little bit better, but I was still not interested. And I told him most I'll do is 600. I'm not moving past 600. He said, for 700, I'll take it home. I didn't want to drag Declan all the way up to Chicago late at night just to not even buy a car. He likes Miatas, and this one had a turbo, so it was kind of cool. Well, $700, it's got new coilovers, it's got some wheels I can get a few $100s out of. It's a Miata chassis with 80,000 miles. The value is kind of there. So I ended up taking it home for $700. Keep in mind, this was listed at $2,000. So we started to head home, and Declan called me and said he was not comfortable going 70 with that car on the highway because of how sketchy it was. So we were going about 60 miles an hour on the highway, and the trip felt like it was taking forever. So we were maybe 30, 45 minutes from home, and there's an exit coming up where you can get off and take kind of a country road back all the way to my house. So I was about to call Declan to ask him if he'd rather do that than driving the Miata on the highway. And then he starts calling me. We were just now passing a police officer as he was calling me, so I waited to pick up the phone to answer. And when I did, he said, pull over immediately. And I was like, oh gosh, this cannot be good. He said he lost all power and was stuck on the side of the road. So I pulled over, not quite sure what to do. He was sitting in a Miata with no lights on in the middle of the night on a part of the highway that didn't have any lights, so semis couldn't even see him and were flying past him. Somehow we got the police officer's attention that we had just passed, and he came to check out what was going on. He came and talked to me first, and I told him what was going on, and he told me to stay put. And he went and checked on Declan. I get a call from Declan, and he said, hey, the Miata's got power again. And I'm like, sweet. And then he said, there's a hole in the side of the engine. Of course this happened. So I didn't quite know what we were gonna do, but we ended up getting a tow home, and we got home like 2 o'clock in the morning maybe, with a turbo Miata that has a hole in the side of the engine. I was trying to figure out if I wanted to part it out or what I was gonna try and do with it. I didn't really want to put a new engine in it, but I was considering it. I ended up just putting it on Facebook Marketplace to see what people would offer. And we had gotten home at 2 a.m. on Thursday, left Wednesday, late at night. And Friday afternoon, someone comes and buys it for $1,000, which is $300 more than I paid for it. Once you count in the gas and the tow, it was I pretty much didn't make any money or lose any money, but we did get an interesting story out of it. Now here's where the story gets interesting. Miata sells and a couple days go past. Casually wasting time on Facebook Marketplace again, as per usual. And I see a Miata, a not sketchy turboed Miata. This one actually looked pretty clean in pictures and also seemed like a good deal. So half jokingly, half not jokingly, hit up Declan again. It's like, hey, remember that Miata trip we took? Want to do it again? This one was actually in St. Louis, so we took both of our girlfriends, made a little trip out of it, went shopping, got dinner, and then went and looked at this Miata. This time we came prepared. Declan drove in his truck and we got a trailer. This one was pretty clean, and I decided to buy it as per usual. Every time I go look at a car, I end up buying it. So we loaded it up on the trailer, brought it home, got home super late once again, but this time the Miata didn't have a hole in the block. So here we are now, second Miata. I needed a new daily, and I didn't want to have a very expensive daily, and this Miata was kind of cool. I was like, well, I'm not really going to get a cooler daily for less than this. So instead of a flip car, this is going to be the new project car. I've already gotten a good bit of it started. This video is going out a few weeks after I've already had the car, so I've already gotten a good bit of work, but that'll all get updated soon. I've got some cool stuff planned for this one, so it'll be exciting to see it come together. But as a cool little update video, I figured I'd go ahead and tell a little story. I tried to make it a little bit interesting at least, but yeah, there'll be some Miata content coming soon. Still got to get this S2000 sold, and then maybe we can pick up another car. So if you like Miatas, stick around. We'll have some cool content coming out for it. Should be fun.